Hey gang, Todd here, and today we're at the theater to see The Exorcism, which I don't believe has any connection with the William Peter Blatty novels or films based on those novels. Could be wrong. This could actually be a fictional story about that filming with a real possession. It's going to star Russell Crowe, so hopefully he'll do some good old-fashioned scenery chewing, which I know he can do. And the only other name I recognize is David Hyde Pierce from Frasier. Those of you who were around in the 90s. For me, his best film role was in Perfect Host, in which he was this rich yuppie planning a dinner party, and this fugitive wooded man needed a place to hide and tricked his way into it, thinking to take Pierce hostage and then rob him, only to have the tables turned. And it turns out Pierce is a psychopath who knew the guy was pulling a scam and let him in so that he could then become his party's entertainment. Anyway, I'll tell you what I think about the Exorcist when we get back. Okay. Sort of a meh kind of movie. I have to admit, I kind of like the earlier part of the film. Basically, this is not The Exorcist, although they imply certain things. The film within the film is called the Georgetown Project, and they say it's a remake. So they're implying it's a remake of The Exorcist without saying The Exorcist. And I think they're also playing around with the legend of the troubled production that gave rise to the myth that it was a cursed production by the devil. The film starts with Adrian Pasteur, who you may remember from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Near Dark. And he plays an actor who dies mysteriously on the set of this new movie. Then we are introduced to Russell Crowe, who is a troubled actor. He is recovering from alcohol and drugs, and brought about by his inability to face his wife's death from cancer. And he's estranged from his daughter to the point where she only refers to him by his first name. And he is taking this role because it is a chance to get his career back on track, and his reputation is pretty bad. And after he starts working on the project, his things start to get weird, and there's strange accidents on the set. And at this point, you're not sure. Is it supernatural? Or is it just he's not taking his medication that he's on? And is also the part giving him trouble because he's never addressed the abuse he survived when he was young, when he was an altar boy in the Catholic Church, which is exasperated by David Hyde Pierce, who is the priest that's a consultant on the film. But then, to no one's surprise, it turns out he's possessed and in need of an exorcism. And at that point, everything I found interesting about the film just kind of went away. It then became a very cliched and by the numbers horror film about an exorcism. Not helped by the fact that they keep tying it to the original film. The use of the sets, everything happening in the cold room at the end, which is a room where they drop the temperatures so that you can see the breath, and a very convoluted and uninspiring ending. The acting's good. Russell Crowe gives it his all, and there's a couple of surprise jump scares with gore, one involving someone in front of a mirror. But on the whole, it's just kind of a okay film. It's not bad, but it's not really good either. It's just sort of and not a lot of humor to break up the dark tone. There's no light spots. It does have a bit of a Hollywood satire with the director and the way he is acting. So there's some interest there, but he's such a dislikable character and rather abusive on set to get the shots he wants that yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're just a die-hard Crow fan or a die-hard fan of satanic films. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.